Hey YouTube, Puma here. I am working my way through these tactical training or advanced tactical training campaign, and I benefited quite a bit from Recon Stewart's great series of videos demonstrating how he successfully cleared most of these missions. And I got to TAC 19 and discovered that he had run into a couple bugs that were present in DCS.
Get your bird started, and we will do a comms check.
Prevented him from completing the mission. So I thought, since I am working my way through them, that I would see if I can pick up where he left off, since we are many DCS versions ahead of where he was. And we will give these a try. I did attempt to record TAC 19, but I ended up doing a fly along with a buddy of mine instead, so I had no commentary to provide. I did pass the mission, obviously, because I am in campaign mode, and here I am on TAC 20. I epically failed to complete in the time frame that they laid out. I exceeded my vol period, was told to RTB, completely ignored them, and that does not appear to be a criteria for mission success. So, technically cheating, but they gave me the win, so I think. I'm just doing my pre-flight checks here. Supply on, oxy into test. Converter on, oxy test. APU start. Sorry for looking around so much. Many of you will obviously tell I'm using track IR. I'm sitting in a physical pit, so I have physical versions of most of the switches. So once we're ready to roll here, I will actually be turning the in-game cockpit off and just using the physical switches. And when you see me look up, it means I'm having a sip of beer. APU is green, APU jet on, CDU on, EGN on. VHF AM on, VHF FM on. Squelch test good. Requesting startup. ATC. Radio 1. Request startup.
Call 1-1. Request startup.
My lights are on. Cleared for startup. I'm starting left engine. Start cycle. Let that run. While that's going, I've got left gen now, so CMSP standby. Subsystems on. Tizzle, ILS, TACAN, windshield, signal lights, retest. All good. Whoa. Oh, that was the APU gen warning. No problem. Flaps check. Confirm. Speed brakes check. Must need right hydraulic pressure to do that, so we'll hold off there. Left engine is up and running, cycle complete, starting right engine. There's right hydraulic pressure, speed brakes, there they go. Retract. halfway out, motion, pull out, roll, retract. Good. Do a SAS check. Little SAS channels check. Takeoff trim set. Brakes check. Can't do without a crew chief. Anti-skid. Figure out later. Pitot CDU. Alright. Gotta boot up my CDU, but
Uzi 1-1, radio check.
Uzi 1-1, Colt 1-1, radio check 5x5. That does nothing. I just like playing along. Alright, got 2 engines in the green. I can go kick you on, JTAR's on, IFC test, MFD on in night intensity. Guess I can do all my instrument lighting. Formation on, engine instruments.
CAS mission management is managing the CAS assets to
aux
successfully address
instruments.
close air support requests.
Console. Go flood off.
You will act as an airborne forward air controller.
JTAR's
Managing
kick
CAS
you,
deployment.
CD.
Friendly forces are continuing their push north at 0215 Zulu.
TGP
so you
on.
need to be on station and ready to prosecute targets
DCS
by
load.
that time.
IFC best.
Use your wingmen as necessary and other CAS
SAI level.
There will be a lot of targets to eliminate to support the push north.
Altitude. I just zero it here. I think the call was 2831, but that works out to 0. So
identified by friendly
fortunate.
forces. Listen closely to the radio for
Looks like
enemy
we can
contact
SAS on now.
and troops in contact engagements. You must prioritize the TIC requests for support ahead of all other targets.
Altitude, altitude.
The hard deck
Engines
on
are
the
stable,
range.
so you're going to go APU
100
gen
ATM.
off, APU off.
Foul line. And you will fail this PO if you go below this altitude. Remember, this is a live fire exercise.
Do my idle core RPM
Caution
test.
and confirm the targets before release. Good luck.
Good. Looks like I've got my flight plan, monitor the CGU. So nav ready. I'm having a little trouble with my in-pit CDU, but there it goes. Okay. So now I can see we're aligned, so switch to nav mode, EGI, EAC on. IFC best is complete, IFC on. Go master mode nav. We will go flight plan manual. We have a called out waypoint, which is going to be Pontiac's target, so I'm going to enter that while I'm on the ground. Go to waypoint mode. Waypoint, I'm going to call this Pont 1. Make waypoint 15. Go into UTM coordinate mode. This is in the briefing. The coordinates are Mike 707053. Okay. A waypoint to that effect. Position mode, ground steering, ground speed as a taxiing speedometer, cross check, IFC, default SAS engage, IFC on, master mode, IFC, verify, APU off, AAP position, CDU idle RPM check, EAC on, anti-skid on. Says taxi light as required. I don't like calling until I'm actually ready to taxi. But I appreciate that. I am ready to taxi. ATC. Radio 1. Request taxi.
Colt 1-1. Request taxi to runway.
Once cleared, you got to jump or your wingman hop in front of you, and I actually had to take off
Colt 1-1. Razani, clear to taxi to runway 13.
exit
1, rolling.
ramp ahead. So taxi lights on, rolling. Now I'll turn the cockpit off. Apologize if that looks funny for you, but it makes sense for me. Make sure I'm not cutting anybody off. Now that I'm rolling, I can go radar alt on, ejection seat arm, flaps down, position lights steady, anti-collision on. Flip the page of my checklist. I'm going to hold short of entry echo. Engine instruments, green, flaps set, speed brakes closed, takeoff trim, rechecking, affirm, CMS, TACN, NEMSET, oxygen, canopy, harness, canopy closed, ejection seat armed, exterior lights, formation lights on, definitely important at night, NVGs set and stowed, toss them on. Actually not bad. I like that intensity. NVG's off. Altimeter set check. Request takeoff.
Colt 1-1.
A lot of
Request
trouble with them
takeoff.
calling, approving takeoff. And I don't want to be here all night, so sometimes you have to be a little closer to the runway before they'll actually call you, but again, I don't care. So I need to visually check. Don't see anyone on inbound. Colt 1 taking active 1-3 echo. Usually how things go. Alright. Colt 1 brake set. Anti-skid on. Pitot teat on. Double check APU off. Throttle's 90%. Gauges in the green. Colt 1-1 rolling.
1, rolling.
Rotation speed 130 knots. Nose wheel steering off. Referencing steer 1. Rotate to 10 degrees. Hold steady. Stable, gear up.
1, wheels up.
Flaps up. Colt 1-1 airborne referencing steer 1. Path autopilot mode. Get it back to throttle off to ITT 700. Give my wingman a slight power advantage. Catch up.
Colt 1-1.
Set an
Uzi
autopilot.
1-1. Your PO starts
Actually, I'm
now.
going to climb a little
Push
higher.
Tactical training frequency.
Seems if you don't make altitude on time, you can get a warning there. Alright, tuning VHF AM to 124.0.
Colt 1-1. Uzi 1-1. Radio check.
Uzi 1-1, Colt 1-1, radio check 5x5. A little slow, gonna go ITT 750.
Colt 1-1. Uzi 1-1. Let's review the procedures for night cast management. Ground forces, both friendly and enemy,
Flight path
conduct
mode.
operations at night as well as during daylight. The successful execution of night cast is one of the most difficult missions on the battlefield.
2 and 3 are airborne.
Requires detailed mission planning,
ITT
clear
800.
communication, and solid procedural discipline.
I don't even know if I can make it. That's full throttle. They'll figure it out.
Working at night has obvious advantages, which we have covered before. However, there are significant disadvantages when managing CAS assets at night. Both the CAS aircrew and the airborne FAC may have greater difficulty in locating both friendly force positions and enemy target locations. Direct control of the CAS aircraft by the airborne FAC is sometimes not possible, since the airborne FAC may not have the aircraft in sight. Night CAS typically requires more time for successful execution, which will increase the time on station requirement for each mission. CAS aircrews typically rely more heavily on aircraft systems during night CAS. While the aircraft systems can be used independently, combining the systems increases the chances of mission success. Check your altitude.
Yeah,
Procedures for
didn't
target
climb fast
identification and designation by laser
That's
are the same for night CAS as those used during daytime operations.
15 seconds to steer.
GPS used by both the
One.
CAS aircraft and
Colt
the
1
airborne
referencing
FAC
2.
can increase the accuracy of CAS deliveries at night. In many aircraft, accurate GPS coordinates supplied by the airborne FAC will allow other aircraft sensors to be slewed into the desired target area.
Oh, I did not set up my Dismas profiles. That was a bad move.
Target positions may also be transferred into the aircraft's weapon systems via the saddle and similar data links.
Okay, that was easy.
NVGs are best used by aircrew to complement aircraft systems during night CAS. However, under the proper weather and illumination conditions, NVGs alone can be used to successfully identify friendly forces and attack targets at night.
Overall systems check.
The use of IR pointers are also an effective method for identifying targets and friendly locations. Since NVGs and IR pointers operate in the near IR spectrum, and coded laser target designators operate in the mid-IR spectrum, they complement each other during night CAS employment.
Did not know that.
One uniquely capable CAS platform is the SOF gunship. Due to the precision fires, control system and sensor capabilities, ground SA, and flight profile, the SOF gunship does not require a type of control or a JTAC airborne FAC to control their fires. Due to its vulnerability, SOF gunships only perform in low threat areas. They can perform during the day, but prefer night, as that removes the threat of optically guided weapons.
A lot of people are complaining.
If no pre-planned targets exist, the aircraft will normally proceed to a designated orbit area and contact the ground party or airborne FAC to report on station and await tasking.
Radio 10.
When working with the SOF gunship, do not ask the gunship to identify colors. Do not reference clock positions. Do not pass run-in headings or no fire headings. Do not correct left-right or short-long. If a significant missed distance or wrong target, adjust round impact by giving range in meters and cardinal direction, north, south, east, or west. Your job as an airborne FAC is to manage the CAS assets, identify targets of opportunity, respond to troops in contact or TIC requests, and support the ground commander's objectives. Uzi 1-1 out.
I was going to say a couple things in there while he was sharing all that. A lot of people are complaining that DCS 2.5 is way too dark. And while it would be nice to see, I don't think this is unrealistic. I think it was unfairly bright before, so I think we have sufficient systems and NVGs to overcome this, and I think it makes a fascinating challenge at night. I'm pretty sure in this mission we have absolutely no moonlight, so it's dark in the middle of nowhere. That's my 2 cents on that. I should also share from TAC-19 that the biggest challenge I faced in hindsight was limited munitions. They give you a lot of targets to hit, and I was Winchester about halfway through the mission, and my element lead was completely Winchester with an entire round to go. So thank goodness my wingman still had enough gun to take out 3 tanks, which I'm not sure I could do as a human pilot, but it was extremely tight, so I am going to lean towards
Colt 1-1,
precision,
Uzi 1-1.
make sure I don't waste
Now,
any
perform the
munitions
G
in this one.
awareness test for your flight.
Radio 10. Radio 2.
Colt 1, go keep warm.
This is also a little weird. They're in relatively loose formation. I am
Warning,
referencing
autopilot.
3. I am going to make the G-worm call before we get there. Buys lots of time to check in. Radio 10. Radio 2.
Colt 1, keep warm, 90 left, go.
Referencing 210, aiming for 4 Gs on the turn. A little under is 210. Radio 10. Radio 2.
Colt 1, keep warm, 90 right, go. 2, copy. 3,
Radio 10. Radio 2. Radio 10. Radio 2.
Colt 1, fence in.
Lights off, master arm on, gun on, laser arm on, MAV, EO on, CMSP, manual. Colt 1-1 fenced in, 7,900 pounds. Seconds to steer 3. Wingman starting to pick up targets. Do not send them weapons free. I did that in the first one and had no munitions and no chance. I'm sorry, the first attempt at TAC-19. We all returned home, but did not
Warning,
complete
autopilot.
the mission requirements, which are all about getting the called out tick targets. West. Radio 10. Radio 2.
Colt 1, checking in his frag.
Colt 1, VTA range control. You are cleared of entry alpha. You have the airspace from 100 to flight level 150. Weather is clear, visibility good in all quadrants. Proceed to control point
TGP X1, get a tactical north-up view.
Control.
As soon as I get called to reference Charlie, I am going to switch to mission mode in the CDU. Colt 1, referencing 5. Also, given the LGBs we carry, I'm going to climb quite a bit as soon as we reference 6, which I assume
Colt
is
1-1,
Charlie.
Uzi 1-1.
Chevy, excuse me.
Proceed to IP Chevy.
Colt 1, referencing Chevy, climbing to Angels 12. Switching to altitude hold mode in preparation for orbit. TGP air to ground mode. Chevy is probably around Angels 12 anyway.
Uzi 1-1. Anchor your wingman at Chevy and begin your search for targets. Mark the targets with your IR pointer and order your wingman to attack. You're also cleared to make your own attack runs. Playtime will be 45 minutes. Good luck.
If it's anything like TAC-19, that's borderline cheating call, because I strongly believe if you call weapons free, there's no way you'll have munitions. Radio 10. Radio 2. Radio 1. Radio 1.
Flight. Anchor here.
Turn my map off, that's just distracting. Game sound up a little bit. The pre-printed briefing card does not indicate when the flight will push, but I believe I'm a bit ahead of schedule, so let's check there's nothing to call out. Radio 10? Radio 10? Okay. Embarrassing. I need to go AFK for a second, and I don't know how to pause the recording, so I apologize. Try to edit this out if I have lots of time.
Springfield 2, passing waypoint 4.
I'm back.
At 10,000.
One thing we can take a look at while we're waiting for troops in contact calls is Pontiac's target. I'm going to switch to mission point mode. There's Pontiac 1's target. TGP Soy. Snap steer point. And directly underneath me, I am masked. Not directly, but not far away. As soon as I unmask, I expect it to be no problem picking this up. That's a good chance to. Yeah, there's targets down there. It's a good chance to check here for your conditions. What TGP mode gives you the best target contrast? I've always been a white hot fan, but to each their own. Alright, so I got that target. I mean, you can scan around. If it's anything like the first mission, there is a ton of stuff on the ground. And it's already doesn't appear to be as much. Wow,
Springfield 2, passing waypoint 7 at 10,000.
Tens of targets in TAC-19 by now, so I spent a lot of time just scanning around. Every time I saw something, I'd drop a mark point on them. Which is a good strategy, but there were so many, it ultimately became a waste of time. And like I say, I believe the mission criteria are responding to the troops in contact calls, not targets of opportunity. Trees and masked. Interesting. Well, seems to be a lot less enemy troops on the ground, at least so far. Radio 10. Just like to keep an eye on that, because as the mission proceeds, there will be some calls that you can make to clear the various flights. So you want to keep an eye on that radio other menu and just see if there's anything interesting you can do. I did not climb to Angels 12 as planned, so let me resume that while we're waiting. Now continue my TGP scan. Town. Well, we're most of the way to the reservoir. Yeah. Well, this is very interesting. There's a lot less going on. Check a little further north of the plot. All be town. Town.
Colt 1-1, Uzi 1-1. Friendlies are on the move. Respond immediately to any tick requests.
Oh, she's gonna get more interesting now. Got my Cast 9 line briefing ready to go. Can't believe I didn't find a single target. Very interesting. Radio 10. Radio 4.
4-1, Colt 1-1, clear to engage targets of opportunity.
I don't think 4's here yet, based on his radio calls, but he's cleared waypoint 6. Don't know his flight plan. It's okay. Super dangerous cast wheel got set up where I'm orbiting clockwise. My wingmen are counter, but they're AI, so there's only so much I can tell them. I like orbiting clockwise to keep TGP on the lower wing, so your mass are less off. Unbelievable. There ain't nothing. I'm sure I'll get a tick call soon. Pontiac proceeding in his flight plan. Requires a little patience at this point, but I'm fairly confident this is going to be a very similar script to TAC-19, so we'll pick up as soon as I get my first radio call. Roughly trying to do kind of a Z sweep here for targets. Nope.
Break! Colt 1-1, Uzi 1-1. Request immediate cast. Advise when ready for target brief.
Radio 10. Radio 5.
1, ready to copy. Elevation 1706. BMPs at Mike 847063. Repeat, Mike 847063. No mark. Friendly south. Egress east. Advise when ready for remarks.
Radio 10. Radio 5.
1, ready to copy remarks. Troops in contact. Make your attack from the west. No ordnance restrictions. Request immediate TOT.
Okey-doke.
Uzi 1-1 out.
Okay, so I need a new waypoint for that, so I'm going to call that Uzi1T1 for target 1. We'll make a new waypoint out of that. RDUTM called Mike 847063. Alright, set that as my active waypoint. I'm going to snap my TGP to that, and I indeed have targets. Laser arm. Oop. As soon as I'm unmasked. I noticed there's another flight to clear. I'm going to do that while I'm orbiting. Radio 10. Radio 10. Radio 4.
Pontiac 1, Colt 1-1, clear to engage target misfragged.
Get my wingman to start with their guided munitions. Laser arm.
1, blazing.
Break. Colt 1-1, eyeball 4-1, requesting airstrike. Advise when ready for target brief.
Holy shit. That's going to be interesting. I'm going to have to deal with this. I'm going to go SPI on so my wingman can see it. I'm going to lock that. Radio 2. Radio 3. Radio 2. Radio 3. Radio 5.
Flight. Engage armor at my speed with guided bombs from the west.
Radio 10. Okay, so 2 and 3 are going to go after that. This is, I've never had multiple tick calls at once. I'm going to assume they can figure that out, and I'm going to see what I can do for eyeball 4-1 on my own. Radio 10. Radio 4.
1, ready to copy.
Elevation 2044. BMPs at MM 801047. Repeat, MM 801047. No mark. Friendly south. Egress east. Advise when ready for remarks.
Radio 10. Radio 4.
1, ready to copy remarks.
Troops in contact. Make your attack from the west. No weapons restriction. Attack now. Eyeball 4-1 out.
Fascinating. Okay, here we go. Waypoint's going to be EB1, target 1. It's going to be waypoint 17. Coordinates are Mike 801047. One question I don't have is if you change your SPI after broadcasting to your wingman, if they follow you, and we're probably going to find out. It looks like 2 and 3 are both running in on Steer 15. Steer 16. Snap the target. There is a target. CCIP mode, Maverick. Maverick is soy. Snap to target, 5 miles out. I do not want to try this from here. I'm going to complete my orbit. Again, because munitions are so precious, I do not want to try to get this off in less time, and suffer the risk that my Maverick misses. The 2's released. Released 2, that's aggressive, but okay. I failed to write down what their ordnance, the wingman's ordnance were. Hopefully they don't overlap and go after the same target. 2, you're supposed to egress south, but you do. My Maverick should be tracking this target, so once I get north, I should be able to come around on it. Starting to track. I'm going to break autopilot and turn it a little more aggressively. Radio 10. Radio 2.
1, running in.
There's 3 release. There's the Maverick within gimbal, trying to get a lock. Still pretty far away and at night, so not too surprising. Gonna roll wings level. Let the Maverick come back. Just pushing for lock, pushing for lock. Come on, Maverick. There we go. Colt 1 rifle. I'm really lucky here. I can get 2 in the same pass. I don't think I'm going to be all that lucky.
Warning, autopilot.
No. I definitely should have been able to do that. That's not very good. 1 off to the south. Come off to the south over friendly lines. It's not all the way back to Chevy, but again, time is precious here. TGP, so I got that guy. There's his buddy. Ideally, I'd call 2 and 3 in on steer 15, but I'm going to get 1 more run off here and then let them. Radio 10. No more radio calls to make. Should have visible soon. Get a Maverick lock. Get a little more level. Colt 1 rifle. Okay, I'm out of Mavericks, so let's get my wingman to clear these guys up. Do this out of order. TGP. Soy. Zoom out. This guy. Whoops, losing altitude, get my priorities straight. Looks like this guy's firing, which makes him a pretty high priority. Oh, 2's still going after that target. Well, that's great. So now I can try a LGB on this guy. So I am going to go HUD is soy, missile launch, missile launch. It's behind me. It's off my radar. Sorry, RWR, I don't see it. I'm okay there. Okay, so HUD is soy, master mode, CC, RP, switching to GBU 12s. I am a little low, so I'm going to try to climb and come out of this altitude, switching TGP as soy. Radio 10. Radio 2. I have a feeling 2 and 3 just double launched on the same target, which I don't love. I come around to the right, so I'm somewhat in from the west. I won't be all the way, but again, time is more important than some of these criteria that they give you. Oh, did my target move? Nope, there he is. He's just fine. Okay, so from 12,000 feet, I'm ready to laze. I'm 30 degrees off target at 8 miles. Rolling
Good
out on
job
target.
on target 1.
Okay,
Remember,
so
if
that's
no
our
mark is
wingmans did
provided,
great.
You should mark the target with your IR pointer so your flight can get PID on the target.
That sounds like advanced class stuff. Love it, but a little beyond me. Alright, I'm ready to laze, ready to release, so just trying to trim this out. Zoom out the TGP because once I get close, you don't want it to get too small. 20 seconds to release. Colt 1, 10 seconds. Holding pickle.
Bombs away. Bombs away. Bombs away.
There's a release. I'm going to come off to the right. Give that some fall time. Don't laze too early and laser on.
1, lazing.
Whoa. There we go. Splash 1. I'm going... Watching flare. I do not like that release. I am off to the south. I do not like all these. They are behind me now. Just gonna see if I can get that to bleed some energy. Wow. Somebody launched a boatload there. I don't see them. I have no idea how visible missiles are at night. This is terrifying. Looks like 2 and 3 are both still airborne. Zooming out, is there a third? I think I've got all... Oh no, I still got one here. Radio 3. Radio 3. Radio 1. Radio 1. Radio 5.
3. Engage targets of opportunity at my speed with Maverick from the...
A lot of those missile launches hopefully is some air furball friendlies. That's what it was in the day, which I could see quite easily. I'm not getting painted by anything, and all the missile launches seem to be well off. 3 acknowledged that. I was not paying as much attention as I should. Does seem to be breaking cast, so that's good. What are all those missiles? Out there somewhere, but I don't see them. Radio 10. Radio 4.
In field 2, 1. Colt 1, 1. Fire. Mission.
Pretty sure that's the
Colt 1, 1.
Airship.
Field 2, 1. Copy.
gunship, excuse me. Yeah, 3's definitely running in. I said from the west, I don't know what he's doing, but they're slow, but they seem to get her done eventually. Check my dismiss. So I am out of Mavs. I have 1 GBU 12 left. So I am going to save that. 3 says he's engaging target, so I don't know if I said from the south or what. Wasn't joking about the troops in contact though. This guy is firing on somebody. $13,000. That's good. See, is another. No, he's equally masked by his smoke in any different vision mode. Got a nice cast wheel here. 3 should come around in from the west while myself and 2 are exact opposite of him. So if he misses, I'll clear 2 in, guided from the west. Okay, so Uzi 1's target is confirmed dead, so I'm going to clear that off my 9-line queue. Eyeball 4-1 has 1 of 3 BMPs remaining, and 3 is going to call engaging target any second now. Quite as much fuel as a day mission, it doesn't feel like, so I'm going to come back to ITT 750. I don't like being too slow in the target area though, so. Not too much. Getting painted by some Muse on the RWR, and my RWR symbology memory is absolutely horrible, so. Honestly, I'm just gonna pray. There's visual on 2. 2, your lights are on. Come on, man. 3's running in, looks great. This is a great cast wheel. This is a perfect separation for myself and 2 from 3. Radio 10. I don't know what send target info means. I don't know if that's going to be him to me or me to him, but we'll check that after 3 clears up this target. Or eyeball 4-1. Out of the way, peaceful. Alright, so target's still standing, but that's fine. 3 should need time to drop. Lays in case that helps, in case he was expecting that, because there was a call there to mark the target. Come on, 3. What's your fall time? No, that was this guy firing. Oh, come on. It'd be great to have more communication from wingmen if his weapon's on target. Did he miss? Did he attack the wrong target? Is it still falling? Talk to me. Because now 2 and I are well past. I have a bad feeling. It almost looks like 3's running in again on the same target. Ah. Okay, well, I'm going to assume he's doing his thing. I'm going to see what Enfield 2-1 has to say. Radio 10. Radio 4.
Marked with pointer. Target tanks. Mike 683-055. Mike 683-055. Picture clear. Sam or AAA. Colt 1-1 out.
That's me calling to him. 683-055. 683-055. Is that what I'm? That my TGP. TGP control MGRS return Mike 80. No, I don't know where I got that target from, but good for me. I'm very smart. I could make a waypoint out of that and keep an eye on it, but I'm going to stay focused on my job and assume it's kind of a weird game glitch. Alright, 3 seems to be absolutely messing this up. I'm going to send my wingman in with missiles. Radio 2. Radio 3. Radio 1. Radio 1. Radio 5.
Flight. Engage targets of opportunity
Whoops,
at my
send
speed
everybody.
with Maverick from the west.
Two and 3 seem relatively good at deconflicting each other. Two's all over this. I'm going to call 3 back. I don't want them to double launch. Radio 3. Radio 1. Radio 1.
3. Anchor here.
We got some good altitude deconfliction. I'm at 13. 3's at 11. Flying directly into me, but... Okay, that was 2's missile launch. Maverick, it had to better not miss. Radio 10. Boom. I should say so. Good job, 2. Alright, so we're holding for target. I mean, with nothing...
Eyeball 4-1. Targets destroyed. No further tasking available at
nothing
this
else
time.
to do. I'm going to have a look at...
Eyeball 4-1 out.
I don't know what that was. Let's just call it target 1. 3.17. Mike 683 055. Referencing target 1. TGP is soy. Snapping to target. Maybe I'll get to watch a AC-130 gunship.
Call 1-1.
Nope.
Uzi 1-1. Request immediate cast. Advise when ready for target brief.
Okie doke. Uzi 1-1. Radio 10. Radio 4.
1. Ready to copy.
Yeah, so there's some targets there. Cool.
Elevation 2451. Target tanks at Mike 683055. Repeat, tanks at Mike 683055.
That makes more sense
no
now.
mark. Friendly south. Egress west. Advise when ready for remarks.
Radio 10. Radio 4.
1. Ready to copy remarks. Troops in contact. Request gunship tasking. No ordnance restrictions.
Okay.
Uzi
So I
1-1
definitely
out.
did that out of order. That makes more sense now, but arguably they offered it to me, so also their fault. Alrighty. What are 2 and 3 doing? On orbit, but acceptable. I cleared the gunship. Radio 10. Radio 10. I cleared the gunship. Hopefully doing it out of order didn't cause too much trouble there. That could be the gunship down at Angels 4. That's a really tough call. Do I just be patient and wait and assume that he'll take these targets out? Or do I get my wingman to go in with guns? If I don't see that friendly at Angels 4 turning in on these guys, then I'm going to get my wingman to take care of this. And I have no indication they are. I'm going to send 3 in on these. Radio 3. Radio 3. Radio 2. Radio 6. Radio 4.
3. Engage armor at my speed with gun from the east.
These missions are amazing. triggers are relatively simple if you're lucky enough to figure out what they are. The script usually makes it sound more complicated than it needs to be. Alright, 3's coming right through me, but he's at Angels 11. I am Angels 13.5, so that's safe. I don't know if I should send 2 in again. Time is of the essence. I'm going to send 2 in as well. Radio 1. Radio 3. Radio 2. Radio 1. Radio 4.
2. Engage armor at my speed.
Have him
with
use
Maverick
Mavericks,
from the
which should
east.
keep him a little safely separated from 3. So, as far as I can tell, if you tell your wingman to attack with a weapon they're out of, they will say Roger, and then about 15 seconds later they'll call rejoin, which my interpretation is they are out of whatever that munition is. Clear as mud, but again, once you kind of learn how the mission or the AI works, it does give you the info you need. Expecting the end of Vol Call will come pretty soon, but I'm actually fairly pleased with this. I think it's going well so far. Three has an interesting interpretation of attack from the east. As does 2 for that matter. I may stay high and get... What I got again? Just the 1 LGB? Yeah. Alright, no, let's let them do their thing. Come on, boys. So they are coming in on the target at the same time, but 2's at Angels 4, 3's at Angels 10, so that's relatively safe. I've lost a lot of wingmen in this game, but never from running into each other. That's 2's missile, so nothing to fear there. Hopefully this will be 2 out of 3 of the targets. Oh yeah, it did. See if 3 can hit a moving target. Who did 3 go after? Oh yeah, 3. You're the man. That's just smoking, but almost always with wingman guns, they'll pop out, like pop off there. Radio 1. Radio 3. Radio 2. Radio 1. Radio 4.
2. Engage armor at my speed with Maverick from the east.
Kinda sounds like 2 still has a Maverick, which doesn't suck. I wish, and please post in the comments if this is already here, you could request that wingmen read out their munitions. I'm actually going to browse, see if I can find that. Radio 3. Yeah, so 2's out of Maverick.
3. Join up.
Radio 3. Radio 3. Radio 1. Radio 1. Radio 4.
3. Engage targets of opportunity at my speed with Maverick from the east.
Telling Matt will send 2 in with it. No? Okay. Radio 2. Radio 3. Radio 5.
3. Join up.
I didn't tell him the RTB. What's up with that? Radio 2. Radio 3. Radio 2. Radio 6. Radio 5.
Flight. Engage armor at my speed with guns from the west.
Yeah, they're both still responding, so apparently didn't RTB. Three's in. He will clean this up. Blazing.
Great target. Colt 1. Blazing.
Oh, now the gunship might help, but oh well. Now the way this could backfire is if I use too many of my wingman munitions when I was supposed to let the gunship in, but I thought after I had called it early that it didn't have a chance of showing up. So. See how many targets there are. If this works out.
Enfield 2-1. Engaging ground targets.
Radio 10. Radio 2. Radio 6.
Flight. Join up.
All 3 off, maybe. Now that I'm blazing, that seemed to have been the key there. That was super lucky. You really don't want to stay. Maybe Winchester.
1. Blazing. Colt 1. Enfield 2-1. Target
Yeah,
destroyed.
you did. Nice job, gunship. Alright. Well, I definitely didn't do that the way it was meant to be done.
Colt 1-1. Uzi 1-1. Targets destroyed. No further tasking at this time. Uzi 1-1 out.
Oh, boys. That's not bad news.
Break. Colt 1-1, checkmate 3-1 actual. Request immediate gas. Advise when ready for target
Checkmate.
brief.
3-1. Radio 10. Radio 4.
1. Ready to copy.
Elevation 3186. Tanks MM595069. Repeat, MM595069. No mark. Friendly south. Egress west. Advise when ready for remarks.
Radio 10.
Colt 1-1. Uzi 1-1. You have 2
Radio
minutes
4.
left in your full 1. Ready to copy remarks.
Yeah, so that timeout call is very intimidating, but irrelevant to mission
Troops in
success,
contact.
as far as I can tell.
Requesting gunship.
Oh, they want
No
gunship.
weapons restrictions. I need some help right now. Checkmate 3-1 out.
CM31, waypoint 18, Mike, woo, one less Mike, 595069, reference, CM31, TGP to steer point, zooming in,
1.
blazing, target, SPE, Radio 10. Radio 10. Radio 4.
Enfield 2-1. Colt 1-1. Fire mission. Colt 1-1. Enfield 2-1. Copy.
Radio 10. Radio 4.
Marked with pointer. Target tanks. Mike 595-069. Mike, 595069. Picture, clear. New Sam, or AAA. Colt, 1-1, out. Colt, 1-1, Enfield, 2-1. Copy. 1, retarget. Colt, 1-1, blazing.
Please unmask. I would love to watch this.
Colt 1-1, Uzi 1-1. Playtime is over. Time to head to your
Same
egress
story.
point.
I can ignore that. Well, I am lasing while masked. Hopefully I'm not lasing myself, which
Enfield,
get messy.
2-1, engaging ground
Here he
targets.
goes. Come on, unmask, unmask. Should be off my right wing
Colt 1-1,
here.
Uzi 1-1. You have permission to RTB. I'll give you your rating after we have landed.
I'm going to tighten my orbit a little bit too. I'd hate to leave. There's
1,
visual.
blazing.
Oh, look at him go. Pound it. Whoa. Whoa there. There he is. Wow. That is impressive. Visuals. Fantastic. That is directly ahead of me now.
Colt 1-1, Enfield 2-1. Target destroyed.
Yeah, it is. Alright, what else we got here?
Colt 1-1, checkmate, 3-1 actual. Thanks for the support. Further tasking available. You may depart. Checkmate, 3-1 out.
Radio 10. Alright, so we have 4,100 pounds, tons of fuel, so we're just going to orbit here for a bit and see if any other troops in contact calls come in. Seems could have been a bit faster, but that was actually pretty efficient. So I think I was, whatever that was, approximately 2 minutes over time, which is pretty realistic. I'm actually going to prepare egress and see what happens. TTQ soy, X2 back to normal, CDU flight plan, referencing Charlie, which is range exit, which is behind me. So there we go. So I'll give it half an orbit and then we will reference 7. Radio 2. Radio 6.
Flight, join up.
Break the altitude and begin descending as range exit is at Angel 6, I believe. Well, I'm glad I recorded that. That, by my standards, was pretty effective. Was safe. A hair over time. I think I was close to half an hour over time on TAC 19, so all things relative, that feels like an improvement. Overshot steer 7 on purpose to get a little bit closer to the flight plan. Not that it really matters on range exit, but why not? TGP back to bore site. Back to nav mode. Switch autopilot to path. 1 minute out. Let's clear range exit. Radio 10. Radio 3.
Colt 1, we are at the end of roll and are checking out. Stay safe down there.
Colt 1, VTA range control. Cleared for exit Charlie.
Confirmed exit Charlie. I still have that big GBU-12 on my wing, so I'm going to have some trimming to do. First world problems. Radio 10. Don't want to fence out till I am beyond range exit. Bozo on my wingman. 8 seconds. Colt 1 referencing 8. Radio 10. Radio 2.
Colt 1, fence out.
Master arm safe. Gun safe. Laser arm off. TGP off. Whoa, overshot there. Got 15 seconds. CMSP safe. Lights on. I've launched all my Mavericks so I don't have to turn them off. Colt 1 fenced out 3900. Colt 1 reference 9. Go ITT 750. Reference 9. Sort of. Let me double check my fence out checklist. Got 20 seconds to do so. Fence out. Master mode nav, TACAN, master arm, gun pack, TGP, laser arm, CMSP, AGM, lights. I did have noticed a glitch with the lights. Yeah, my anti-calls did not come on, so try that again. Much better.
Warning,
One referencing
autopilot.
10. All right. So we're good about that. I think that's going to be a pass. Look at that. CDU position. Gauge is green. Warning is green. 30 seconds to steer. 10. Tad zoom out. Colt 1 reference
Warning,
11.
autopilot.
I really need to work on my overhead brake procedures, so I will. I feel comfortable flying the approach. The challenge is I rarely remember the parameters, so it involves much too much improvising. I have time, so let me see if I can bring them up on anything while I'm flying. I've got... No, this doesn't feel safe. Never mind. I will... You know what? That's a successful mission, and it's very conceivable that could have been harder than it actually was, so I think I'll just fly a straight-in approach and keep it simple. On my radar altimeter, since there's a nice mountain coming up. That's Vaziani, where I will be landing. Nice lights on the de-arming areas. Looking good. Okay, I was cleared to RTB, so I am changing VHF AM to 140 Vaziani Tower frequency. If you call in too early, then they think you're doing an overhead brake and clear you to land about now, so I always wait till I've overflown them a bit before I call inbound. Double check that I am all safed out and ready to begin inbound. ATC. Radio 1. Inbound.
Colt 1-1, inbound. Colt 1-1, Rosani, fly heading 295, 47. QFE 28.32, runway 13, to pass altitude.
Okay. I said straight in, but I'm not flying all the way. That's just crazy. Bank 30 degree to the left. Colt 1-1 turning to base. Left base. Start to back the throttle off. Still above pattern altitude. So I will continue to descend. Colt 1-1 turning to final. There's 2,500 feet. 291 knots. Speed brakes out. Throttle idle. I'm well above glide slope, so let's let that come down with the throttle. Start to aim for our AOA. I gotta lose some more speed before I drop gear and flaps. Gear down. Quest landing. Okay, let's add some more power. And flaps full. Back the power off. So we're right around 3 degrees glide slope. We need a little more power, but also bring our AOA up. Yeah, up.
Altitude, altitude.
Perfect. A little more power. I'm going to trim this out a bit because I'm fighting this more than I should. That's looking nice. That's about neutral stick position right there. Confirm 3 green. Running a little fast, so let's back the power off and pitch the AOA up just a bit. Looking good. Feet on the brakes. Finger on the air brakes in case this goes south. Looking good, looking good. Backing the throttle off to prepare for a flare. Flaring. Ooh, a little heavy, but passable. Speed brakes full. Flaps up. Nose wheel steering. Wheel brakes. Retract the speed brakes. Move over to the side of the runway in case anybody's landing behind me. Under 20 knots, probably overkill. Switching to taxi lights. And let's get out of here. Pitot key off. Flash retract confirmed. Colt 1-1 exiting 1-3 at Bravo. Okay, to do some of the anticipated shutdown, I don't need fuel pumps since I'm on the ground at 1G. Shut them off. I can shut down CMSP since I'm on a home airfield. Pitots off. I can shut down bleed air and main air supply. I believe this is a little patch in the taxiway is meant to represent a de-arming area, which is cool, but not what I'm going to do. I don't need oxygen at ground level, so that's off. I can go position lights flash, anti-call off. I can go SAS off. TTP's already off. I'm taxiing like a drunk guy, so speed that up a little bit. Just check for conflicting traffic. All clear. Take this first parking spot on the left.
I'll give you your rating after you shut down your bird.
Oops. Radar altimeter off. Sorry, ground crew, about that radiation. My bad. EAC off. You're supposed to wait, I think it's till 5 minutes till engine off, but it's a sim. I don't care. Left engine off. Anti-skid off. Taxi lights off. Kick you off. JTAR's off. I don't care about IFC or sorry, any of them. MFL, recording faults. So IFC is just straight off. MFD off. CPU off. DGI off. Left AC gen off. Right engine off. Right gen off. Radio's off. AM, FM. All clear there. We'll pop the canopy while we still have battery power. We'll pop the boarding ladder. Same reason. Engines are off, so I'm going to go position lights off. We'll turn our formation lights off. Engine instruments, aux flight instruments. Floodlight off. Console light off. Inverter off. Ejection seat disarm. Battery off. And we will wait for our rating with bated breath. Uh-oh.
Good news! Post-flight BDA reports many enemy units destroyed. Good job! You made it. You passed
Yes.
PO. You received a qualified minus rating. Work on your maneuvers to improve your skills. It may save your life.
I love the rating system and how clear they are. To me, a pass is a pass. It's so hard to get the AI just right to meet all their criteria, so I certainly acknowledge there's room for improvement in everything I do, but I long since given up on trying to aim for a Q on everything. You will proceed and pat yourself on the back. Missions are non-trivial and fantastic practice. So, I hope that helps somebody out there. If not, I enjoyed flying it, so good enough for me. And I will do my best to record the few remaining advanced tactical training missions. And, hopefully see you in the air sometime.